pili kedona Amina yo pile pili lochona
Pokiweyo wasigoloya
Sama wasikane no chokore
Imanyo ngimana
Yesura tego simba neno loyogi
Nokeyogi giyora birio
Iseti ngotunga malo
Kaka tumujowi
Osiepa ise wiro ya gimomanye
Pokiweyo wasigoloya
Pokane ni Yesu
Kijwango ngimana
Pokane ni Rabi
Kiweyo yama wasigoloya
Pile pili kedona
Katendeloe
Amina yo pile pili lochona
Pokiweyo wasigoloya
Sama wasikane no chokore
Imanyo ngimana
Yesura tego simba neno loyogi
Nokeyogi giyora birio
Iseti ngotunga malo
Kaka tumujowi
Osiepa ise wiro ya gimo
Pokiweyo wasigoloya
Ise umekonde buombeni
Jaherana
Adiera marie no kuoto kodo kumbana
Kendo ini ye kare geng'ruok
Isiko malaike rito ya
Yore nate
Yangono ise nyisa erani
Pokiweyo wasigoloya
Atego imi alocho pile
Sacho bandaloe
Sana sivyo? Okay, sawa. Sawa, tutusaidia tujue wanaanza na wapi. Haya, ndio hiyo ametuambia ni hiyo. Hakuna hata shangwe ni na jamii. Ongezi galagala.
With me here is Dr. Lilian Magonya. Lilian, please come. Who is my deputy at the School of Graduate Studies, Marcelo University. Our responsibility is to admit postgraduate students to facilitate their training, and that includes examination. There are many people who came through that examination but did not make it. When Selin came for her examination, which we call oral defense, I searched my heart whether I would chair that meeting, because it could go either way. She would not have celebrated this. That was also one of the options. And I'm saying I searched my soul because Selin is a very good friend to my wife. Very good friend. And Professor here, we went to the same high school. The same high school. He was behind me. So that makes me, this whole thing was so close to family and close to friendship. And there was the possibility that through my hands, I would have brought pain to this family. Because that examination can go this way or that way. And so I was standing there asking myself, am I going to be the person chairing this meeting? Then I came to know that my deputy, and Dr. Lilian Magonya will say a word before she sits, also is a close friend to Selin. Again, if she chaired that meeting, it could go this way or that way. Again, bringing pain to the family. Because that is the nature of examinations. You either pass or you fail. But I decided to chair the meeting. And as the meeting went on, I realized that my fears were not founded, because Selin was up to the task. She knew what she had done. But had also brought my deputy to sit there and witness it. And we were proud and remain very proud that Selin, you've come this far, and you wear that hat, you put on that gown very proudly. And so, Professor, you have somebody now in your family who has been inducted, has been welcomed to the family of scholarship. And Celine, I pray that the heart that you have shown these years, you continue to exhibit that as you start mentoring and training the next generation of scholars in this country. Because as you know, higher education in our country is under threat, under serious decadence. We just went through almost 2 months of demonstrations without the government really caring how that went. And you are all parents here. You brought your children to the university. You paid money for their hostels. But we have a government that decided not to care for nearly 2 months. But we thank God that we are now back and we can do the business that we are trained to do. I'll say a few words, but before that, Dr. Magonya, if you could.
Yeah, my name is Lilian Magonya. I work in Maseno University. I've been there for a very long time. These days I'm losing even count. And when I joined Maseno University, Owino was my year mate. Owino was doing maths, I was doing linguistics. And we are good friends. I remember when we graduated, there were 3 in maths department. And Owino was one of these quiet people, reserved, but we always would joke around and talk. And with time, I noticed the friendship between Owino and Celine. This friendship started way back. So Owino and Celine have worked together, and I was happy to learn that she was going to defend her work at Maseno University. And that would mean that that is happening because Owino gave her the space and the peace of mind to do that. It is never an easy journey to do a PhD. All of us have our experiences. And even if it's not PhD, it's masters. There are a lot of times where you feel like you want to give up. There are a lot of times you have to push yourself. There are a lot of times you have to undergo numerous challenges. But you also have to keep focused because you know what you want and you know what it entails. So Celine, congratulations. We hope, the way Prof has said, that you will now also contribute to mentoring your own children. When you become an academician, you also have children to raise. So we hope that whatever experiences, be they negative, positive, try as much as possible to infuse positive experiences to your students, no matter what the journey was, so that you also become a source of inspiration and also mentor other people, and so that you also climb the academic ladder. So we hope we'll come here to celebrate professorship, because now this is a family of dons and the young people have now got motivation from you. We hope also they'll be inspired to climb the academic ladder the way you two have climbed. So congratulations and wishing you all the best in your academic endeavor, and I hope we'll have a good time celebrating this wonderful experience. Thank you.
Kora kwayo ni kata chieng' moro ine gweng' tichopo kanyo kantie nyuka moro amana chukuru atimedo go siep to siep be medo go at kiko mana kama. Koro katieko to Celine and to any young person here who is a lady, who is a young girl, here then is your role model. And Morris, Professor Owino, for the young boys, there is your role model. So when we go back to our homes, be it a boy, be it a girl, please, I want to beg you that you do everything that you can to train them and to build them. Because a degree is one of those title deeds that once you have it, it is difficult for somebody to take it from you. It's impossible unless it is a fake one. But if you have one that is as genuine as this one, Nobody can take such kind of a title deed from you. That is the greatest wealth or source of wealth that we can have, and we can train the next generations to aspire to. And so to you, Celine, I want to wish you congratulations, and I want to wish you a rich and productive journey of scholarship as we work together. Our offices remain open to you, and now it is time for us to start talking about what research grants we can apply together. Congratulations.
Good afternoon. I'm Fiona Wanga, principal of Saba Secondary School, where Celine is one of us. My younger brother, Dr. Jason Mfoko, whom we were together in Maseno, is also a principal like me. He wished to come, but he got unwell this morning. Then I would also want to acknowledge the presence of my son Ezra, just to wave. Thank you. And my husband Wanga, please wave. Okay. So on my own behalf and behalf of Esaba Secondary, I would say congratulations. Celine, we're proud of you. You've done us proud. I was just telling your husband, this term, we are really going party after party. Because yesterday, one of us graduated. Celine graduated also, both at Maseno University. And then there's another one in Chuka University. We're also celebrating next week. So we are really in party after party. I've not worked with Celine for long. I've just been her boss for 3 months. But I can say she's a lovely lady to work with. Very humble, very committed. Everything she's dependable. And you have done our school proud. I know when we go back next term, I'll be introducing you to students that we now have a daktari on our staff, so that you can be an inspiration to our students to work well with you on the staff. Congratulations, and thank you so much. Let us enjoy ourselves. Tumekuja kucheza.
Mimi mwenye nimesoma hapa ndio nimetoka Sifuyu.
Jokaramok kata Sifuyu.
Karamiro.
Ndiye mkao tutote.
Wote kutoka Sifuyu. Kujeni hapa mbele.
This is a team from Karamogi. Karamogi is in Siaya, in Ugenya, and in Sifuyu West sublocation. A team led by Baba Morris and Mama Morris. And because I want you to hear their voices, I now call for self-introduction. I'll start with my brothers and sisters who are here, starting with the younger one. In our mother language, we call her Chokwa. Choko. Natima Choko. Karibu.
Habari zenyu. Okay, naitwa Irene Akinyo Duor. I'm the last one. Thank you.
Habari zenu. Naitwa Isaac Oduor. I'm the second last one. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Kwa majina naitwa Oduor Kevin. Wengi wananijua kama Bwin. Mimi ni third last one.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Winnie Akinyo Duor. I'm the fourth born. Sasa si kutoka mwisho, kutoka juu. Asanteni.
Kwa majina ni Caroline Atieno Oduor. And Maluo Morris Maradek. Anta nyasi asa.
Yes, God is good. And all the time. Geoffrey Odhiambo, Morris is my uncle. Thank you.
Congratulations to our doctor. That is a challenge to us wives that are married there. That is an inspiration. Thank you for being up there. My name is Immaculate Wandera, Kevin's spouse.
Okay, I'm Abisage Akod. Celine is my co-wife. When I was married in that home, I found Celine there. Throughout our stay, I can say we have stayed peacefully and God has been on our side.
I was informed of this function sometime, I think it was early last month, by the chief guest, Shemeji Selin. I was very happy to hear that Selin is graduating and that we have another Daktari in Koduor's home, his home. We still don't have our homes. But apart from Prof, who for a long time have actually made us proud in that home, Prof has added us another Daktari. You know, if it were not for Prof, then we wouldn't have met Selin, and we wouldn't be celebrating Selin's achievement today here. So Prof, congratulations for having brought us Daktari to that home. And number two, congratulations, Shemeji. I must also say that I'm challenged, and I have learned that 1 degree is not enough. Because some of us have only 1 degree, and we think we are there. But then I'm learning we are not yet there with only a degree. We also have to struggle, and one day we also celebrated having graduated and having, achieved whatever my Shemeji has just achieved. Congratulations, Shemeji. And there's a clear indication that people from Sifuyo love Selin so much because you have come in our numbers. Simutupigie makofi jamani. Asante sana. Let me return the mic to my dad.
Koro mani yuora. Awache nene chiwoda turuwa kuku.
Pakuru yeso tena. Ani nyinge nuondo risavina. Anyari kagero angunje. Owino nene woda. Tomato simple ameleka nini.
Me, I'm called Julius Onyango. I'm a great family friend to Mr. Duo's family, and the professor is a great friend of mine. I just want to take this opportunity to express my heartfelt congratulations to Selin. This is no mean achievement. This is not manna from heaven. This is something that has been planned for. This is something that actually she set aside so many schedules for. It's something that has cost her money. And I like the competition that is taking place between Professor Wino and Dr. Selin. Soon we'll be celebrating her professorship. Thank you so much.
Kwa majina naitwa Powell Mbinga Otinda. Joseph ni ndugu yangu. Owino profesa ni mtoto wangu.
Kwa mningegai hongan Petronila Oduor. Abiro ka nyasi ni atingo mama kanisa mara tieri. Okulie nyinge mondi ekelus. Koro aduoko nyasa erokamano mokelo kendo degree machielo idier oda. Mano en mit mar Yesu Kristo oken mara. Don't get anokadhiga ajuoga na en Yesu. Gik motimore gi Yesu Kristo makelo gidier oda. Don't get awon okadhiga ajuoga. Omiya duoko Morris kod Selin erokamano. Nyasaye mondo umgi idier od kuma gintie. Ogwedhgi ubed mangima. Erokamano Josega.
To an ngima na maote duto nyaka sani an chairman mar kanu mar baba na mama. Ugenya Brian, tan deputy chairman mar kanu Siaya County. Mane mana togo e batiso. To course gima timore kani en gima mor. Aneno kani japuonj moro moku Maseno wacho no Konyango kong'ech. Nitie ng'ato miluongo ni Bon Msumba ma Konyango kong'ech. Bon no osiepna maserebrem jaburono. Mandalo mane wago siasa won motirno ma piny rach kodwa kaka kabisa to wanon jogo Gut Matthews. Bon ne riembo Gut Matthews minister. Jogo ne nindo nyaki oda. Maka ayudo ni kijana ni ne en yakwar Konyango kong'ech. Angin nyako ng'ebo Msumba. Mano kata dipenje ni ng'e dwarara. Ndalo moro gibiro siasa ka piny rach kabisa nikech chief ndiek negi ni party ma adalo wa ma jogodinga. to wan ni wan jokano wan jogo duto. Piny ochwako watu oda ni pode kamulo. Okawo oda ni boringo go donjo go to wach na raka ringo kodi no gopundo go kibati nikita. To ok no ngene sani da kungene. Makata kinyise ni ng'e haraka do wara ka oda raka go no professor. Nikitwane wan na yobe ng'e yuto ko ng'e tinyuol professor. To kifuo tinyuol na jowajinga ti. Koro gima dwa wacho ka. How Nyasaye makelo. Tonge ng'ama fuo e piny ni. Be nyalo kelo fuo. Nyathi nyalo bedo mariek. To pesa tiongo go. Mati tere school. Kori bro kawe. Oh hamana to kara pesa nudhiri. To gik moko duto ma e piny ni joluo wadwa ni somo konyo. Wane kwa gali somo no gali mon mang'eny. Ani ng'e ndalo mon an wang'o sida. Balalo ko ndalo mang'eny kana duogo to nyadongo chiega achiel tacha ntaka achiel. Koro kayor mon. Yoro mon be nyalo miya sara. Ndalo mon an naka beriyo. To waje aberiyo ni koro dewa. Koro adongo achiel. Aya waje koro adwa mako. Wach mar somo tamako bad nyathina. Ano kondi kaka titich bachamo sara. Ana puro mna pamba. Ta puro mna gik matin. Nyathina ni chako ni primary won malokol makoro. Ta waje ni neno kaka dhier. Namba mi maler. Kami gani namba chiel. Ni bedo siya. To yan ne ko pudo wiya. To kana obiri university ta penje na moyo da mama ber university e mokal. To wacho no first class honors. Ta je ndio diki. Kale ne report duogo na yodi. Anfu. Kara hao ber. Kena penje na kora penje gato nyisa ko duogo ka penje duogo to nwango ka penje duogo to nwango. No very equal. Pero kamano kuom tinga mano. Nikech mineno ni wo piny ni inyalo bedo ng'at mar odho weche mang'eny. To Michelle openjo to bang' rodho ni weche mang'eny ang'o mane itimo piny. Nyako mokendo mani nyaka gonya. Nyadala go kwanyo dek. Ang'e maber nyaka dala an miga ng'e te. To nyako maber. To koro wan wabiro ga sani tim koro wero nwang'o kaso wido. To neno minute na chiel tene me kendo jomoko mineno mang'eny. Chogi duto ka chieng' atwita we. Kata Morris bino senga moko kumbi. Koro piur matek. Nikwaya na ka. Ere nyakwaya mani ka. Ebo. Joy. Wodi kose kendo ose nwang'o nyakwaro. Nwang'o nyakwaro. Mani chimuti nyaka kuri mag matek. Tiwo piny ni jodalawa hera. Kendo ng'at ma ochayo gi weche maricho ok onwang'a hawo. An tie jomoko mane konya timgo ng'at moro nambolo ng'ati giri joma tiak magonyo jatendwa mar kweth mar joma teki. Ne kenyo kami jomene ni nyakwaro mola kar. Nikech an siasa ni tang'eyo kata joma ne gwen te Kenya kama ng'eyo. Ng'at miluongo no William Ruto magonyo rito piny ne nago ni sim to mako. Tur ka Kenyatta onyango Julius Makajera. Emwadhi go Uhuru ka Kenyatta. Uhuru miwa pesa mayot wende riambo wach kor piny. To pesa siasa kata nyathi kipuonjre siasa. Siasa en mugo. Puonjri e gimoro bade kodi. An ya uta gina wacha siasa kido. To mose mo mako donje siasa. Manyalo jodane koro dwaro koma jo puonj ma siasa mena ngwech ko ajen bas kaya sai no kwedi. To kede koko kwedi. Sasa omiyo ana duoko mwero hamana jo biro konyo ashereke makawuono. Nyasaye mondo gwetu kendo chieng' moro udu kon ng'ato mondo tumre kaka mani ndo tumre. Ero hamana nyara kuom noko. Nyasaye kwetu.
Nyingi no mwise Johnson nangu. Anurando yukum ajafa mdomo alafu ganya na ngana. Seli ni yake wa. Kila hele kabisa. Kilobelo hera kabisa. Leo miochona. Kakano kena report. Nyaka chupu. Inyasi mareni. Koro aduoko erokamano Selin and the left usombi no bed motegno.
What you made on it? You were going to add a yango. Yamosa in the decade. A yakagonia. Natima Bratima Sapa, the telling it. When Maran and Baba, the Conyola. When Maran a Kayo to Annie a choke. Never yet, Yard no say. Corona Warrior and the Mudogi or no way RGG. Wait and catch it and wait. I keep calling audience and I'm not going to do it. And when you call it work, I don't make it call that a cassadi. Katako Warrior, Mokwongo, Yawanda, Masufuyo, Nawanda Manichua, Inawanda Madako. Apparently, when you think of the Timarus, Yakuman didn't know your speech, Madam Naguru. Now I can help me the Tilogi Kue Makene, Kue Managulemo. Kuemanya gole mkeno kama kueko ongenda unoge. Ochimore babeli wadwa. Kuokale. Kone niwe na aliyogi. Mali choki na di madako. Ayo kama ni choki na dako ke. Kajibe kwa nete. Yawana no wando madungi upunye. Sufie primary. Okali yamu. Yawana bele sasa benwa woto kone. Kona gonu wero kamano. Kwa mtichumate. Mwana binyati chop kama nyati ne chopeni. Wodi ne chopeni. Okati chuma yote. Kada kati nilo. Kaya ndio yeye chweyo. Kaya la mibao. Nyasaye ukwetu. Nyawana madako. Kwa nini tena kashawe chela kwa high school kwa buka le chwo zili wakale pete gine. Nyasaye bule chuli. Kedo bro medo siri bule bakora twitch. Kama kwa mnyewenda na abro wako kwa muoda ma Morris. Kana woni joy ori ko temi nyakwaro kora kichodho nyinge. Koni dando bran won ngane. To bedo de mran dan ngane. Koro woni joy chikida iti. Ago ngiro kamani na sinya bana. Nyasaye mi gweth makende. Kendo mi kon makende. Nitie choma ko mosomo. To mi gina puodho kamara. Gima mi wacho mana ndia. Ngati dalo somo to kendo dhako modhi school to kodwa ni nyathi dawre. O prospavo do bedo chopie yore amoro maber. Ona nano dhako kosomo pro chai. Dhako kosomo pro kelo na bi ot. Woda ni wenyara thuolo. Daki samne ot makwe onge do thuolo onge. Mbiyo ni gima yudore ni. Okay tich mayot. Kenda go nyero kamano woni bia Nyasaye me siri bridge makore. Dara na pokinyo manera. Manchielo. Mo nyasi mati msake mati msauka mwono ni. Mo chak baba wa. Momo ni we ni no moni. O moni pizi chupa kringe wenya koga. Wenya jera. Pizi chupi ni kota bo biuka na kringe kutende lelo. Ye nathini. To nathini kama te shitole mane matin. Kana ipotatino jake oja primary lower primary. Nathino kinene woka chake. Mana wacha dira bakman kene. No siko mani odi obeti odi kanyo jodi puodho jodi kure enen mani otoloro ti. Kore dan mare mama pejere ga nathini. Sali jodi kure kanene sali pokaneno ka. Kedi odi tino ka seli loro retigo to kod buga imesa. Kana gimani timi chako gochon. Tichini bende mali mobani. Mana otimo wadena. Kana chopo kama ni iwo gochon intermediate. Kana ni 5 kana na. Milgino wok kod mama wa. Kana ma milgi biro kwa garango to ayo ka ene no seti no saka olepe mako o ido so ma idala krome o ka olepe mako ka usadu ko bodi o ka to biwe lepe o zida ki body tete body magato ko ke baba ko ke mama de beda kia ne baba ko mil mare baba kwa o ba body ko beno mango dieno bodi wo kidala ko ka do kidala e body kiset mo gele page mari both secondary ali ne no video akune wadwa tiko sanduke bodi boga je wadwa na tino cha kusombe de chon tata mbana pith chupa kiringa wanya koga bona bwana nyambinga ya na sai ukwezinya sio wadwa bakona sero kamana mo miteko misomo gono omyo simba mar digi mar chamar bange na madokta ono jidala bakoliwo pokna do je kawuono donjo dogo amor koriwo family wa mor kenya tek somo ngaka kiel ya tu somo ngata kenya somo arka kama ayimbo alado ba old kada wijo ni ate wada dhurwa ko gida madwa kiga do penya ngana kivi bakanga ato ka digi ngati wada njo degree ile sinde maseo kada na bilo ngana wadi ya rita ole ko be nathi lakini ngati wadu wote badada onjo degree maduongo gi kwa PhD ali ishara mara kana kile ndo kabena mor kala ando ko ngakabe ana watu America kora goyo kamani maduong ngati wadu ko mkich matego toto bali na sawe medriti wodi nyanya sawe medriti wu imenda fi wadu somo tende bali ti bali gele ya ko somo no bini bali gele ya ko somo to kusari wo para kien magiti kana nge kwa beti mag ko kedi wo para ngama di toke midwa kucha ngaba lo so gi so ki concert that bo watim kama woni pe watim kama okotemere to kana ngama ba ko be na tibo gi ko pe bu ka ba pe ko be dum na gikwe wana la nyase mu no gwedu ka du ba ko di kwe ngimau yoga mo ka gonya te wada ka gonya te wada mo ka gonya wachungu ba ngana ka be fulu nyinge won mare te be de bro do so gowade yoka gonya du chote mbele ka
Mungu ni mwema na kila wakati. Nataka kuchukua fursa hii kwanza kushukuru mgeni wetu mheshimiwa siku ya leo na wageni wote waalikwa. Nataka kushukuru kwanza Mwenyezi Mungu kwa umbali umetufikisha. Pili, nataka kushukuru shemeji yangu Morris kwa umbali amevumilia dada yangu akisoma kwa hizi miaka 8. Sio rahisi. Shemeji, thank you for giving my sister space. Thirdly, nataka kushukuru dada yangu Celine, daktari, ama ni daktari? Daktari Celine Owino. It has not been easy. Ilifika 2023 alinipigia simu in the morning akaniambia, "Hey Helen, mahali nimefika, I'm giving up." Kwa nini? Laptop ime crack. Ime crash. Macho iwezi ona vizuri, I'm giving up. Nikamwambia no. Mahali umetoka ndio mbali, mahali umeenda ndio karibu. We are proud of you, my sister Celine. Mungu akubariki.
Mimi naitwa Edward Oyagi. Mimi ni DC kutoka Kisii. Kennedy, Abuko ni mke wangu. Mimi ni wakili.
Kwa majina naitwa Mary Ombura ama Mary Anyango Ombura. Mimi ni dada yake Celine. Congratulations Celine, it has been you've challenged us and we are in that path.
My name is Vivian Arwan. That is my cousin.
I'm Jacinta Chieng Onyango. Celine is my cousin.
Grace Atieno, mimi ni cousin. I'm Gladys Achieng Owino, sister-in-law to Celine.
Kwa majina naitwa Dorothy Hawor. Celine ni shemeji. My name is Armelia Jambo Nyango. Celine is my cousin.
Celine, congratulations for the hard work. Marariyo. Kaitunga, ntie kwana moko ngulonga ni Silvanus Otieno. Silvanus no, en Celine. Again samoro yo ratado samoro upenjo to da kune ni Celine. A group mochung kama ndo Celine. Celine has been sick. Utuosani. Wanwa sherekea moro Celine ka ento kongeo gimadhi mbele ntie ward mane momiyo ok en ka to kata onge ka to nikech wacho blood is thicker than water. An nyamin gi wantiere ka ni jok mong'eyo mama moloyo nyiwendene lemuru ni mama mondo Nyasachwa manyalo gik moko duto ogole e kitanda mar mdekrero kama oro.
An kuom nyinga iluonga Liswa Monyango. An kachunka. Seli nene nyadu waya. An jaod Neli.
Iluonga ni Elizabeth Olo. And a stuck mom to Celine. Celine, I want to say congratulations. Thank you for the hard work. Thank you for everything that you have done.
Abado kon Celine Nyaga. Agoero kamano kuom timo kinda nyathina mondo ichop kama intieno. Or bende agonyero kamano kuom nyami nyathina thuolo mokiludhe mondo kal pej mane nochakono.
My name is Claire and Celine is my auntie. So I'm here representing all the nieces and nephews who weren't able to be here today to say big congratulations to you and we love you so much.
Mgeni wetu mashuhuri leo Dr. Celine and Dr. Owino, Professor Professor Joseph na mwenzake deputy, wageni kutoka Sega wote na wale kutoka Sifuyo, marafiki na wageni wote, hamjamboni? Hatujamboni tena. Huyu ni Sylvester Odhiambo Owino. Celine ambayo leo tumeshuhudia akivalishwa kofia ni mtoto yangu. Baba yake ni ndugu yangu mkubwa na ni ndugu rafiki. Ndio sababu tumefika kushuhudia yale yanayotendeka hapa. Na tumeshukuru toto. Tunaombea Mungu asaidie nyinyi kwa nyumba yenu na tunatarajia mengi kutoka kwenu.
Mimi Celine ni mtoto wangu. Ndugu yangu William na ndugu yangu Charlie Solo hao ni ndugu zangu. Nilikuwa nakaa nao lakini walikuwa na wananieleza ndugu yetu hata kama iko namna gani peleka mtoto shule hata kama unatembea uchi. Lakini nisema uchi ya mchawi ama nini? Nasema hapana, vumilia upeleke mtoto shule. Tena kwa familia yetu ya Kodeke ndio watu walianza kuona utamu wa masomo kwa sababu tulikuwa na Ambrose Otieno, Rodeke na William wote. Watu walianza kusoma masomo ni kitu kitamu hapo. Kwa hivyo mtoto wangu nimeshukuru wewe kwa bidii ambayo umefanya. Kaa hivyo uende mbele.
In our family we were 10. It's like my father and mother wanted a complete football team, but they managed 10. Out of 10, 7 are alive, 3 left. So Celine, congratulations. My dad loved Celine the most. Out of us 8, because one just left a few years ago. And she was named after his father, Omondi. In our family, Celine was the first graduate. That challenged most of us, in fact all of us. And people enrolled for bachelors. So when she realized that, she went for masters. After enrolling for masters and graduating, the majority of us enrolled for masters. She was again threatened and went for PhD. In 1 or 2 years, we have about 3 or 4, the way she is today. So she has been an example to the family. In fact, I can say without any fear of contradiction, that she's the first girl in our village. Could I call it, is it sub-location, location, to have gone to the prestigious Alliance Girls High School? So became a coffee. Most people talk of, I'd want to go to Alliance, I'd want to go to, but unfortunately, they never, for one reason or the other, they don't make it. Again, she's now making another history. The first PhD holder
in our family, both nuclear and extended. Makofi kwake. So that is a good precedence, and we hope that we are going to follow that. And that one now brings me to Selin's and Professor Morris' siblings, children. The bar has been raised. They have got no option. The bar has been raised. I want to know Prof, congratulations. He was a year behind me in high school. I don't know, maybe he admired the way I was conducting myself and then decided to take my sister, maybe. I don't know.
You have made my day. Kawuono nonego bed ni an gi wendo. To ka wendo chiki nobiro kaka idwokne wach te mang' bedo matek. To Nyasaye mwalamo ni otimona hono. Koro wenda kibiro ki. On top of that, I'm proud of you. He said the Allah. He said, "Do mantie." Chieng' arus, I was there. Kawuono be antie. Okwadwoko Nyasaye erokamano. Koro laktar ine niponge dalawa. Koro jomachielo antije en mana lando. Ibe chaki mede gini mar achiel ni otimang'o bedo mang'eny e dalawa. Koro wadwaro higa ni nyocha wamedo mar ariyo, kawuono iri medo mar adek. That's the way to go.
Daktari Selin, the other battalion from the union is arriving shortly. But allow me to say one or two words. The government that we are serving is a rogue government. Nilisema msinipige mawe kwa sababu mko ndani ya hiyo serikali. Allow me to illustrate. If we had a government that cares for the future of its own citizens, we shall not gamble with the education system of this country. A few days ago, we have experienced things that we don't see in any other country apart from Kenya, where lecturers are on strike, but money is being dished left, right, and center. We have a government that has no special scheme of service for people who attain postgraduate degrees. If you are here and you are a teacher, allow me to speak this as a unionist, that prepare the next course of action shall be, we shall demand a scheme of service for teachers who acquire postgraduate degrees. You can't invest in education, then you go back and sit in class and people are just looking at you as if you are doing nothing. Now, speaking as a unionist, allow me to address the principal of a Saba secondary school. Principal, Madam Fiona. Now you have a doctor. You have Daktari Selin. Daktaris are not given more than 4 lessons. You can't give a daktari more than 4 lessons to teach, because they need more time to do research. You can't allocate a daktari a lesson before 9, because they are supposed to walk along the road slowly, collecting data. And therefore, beginning now, I want to declare that the timetable of Daktari Selin will begin from midday. And by 2:45, Daktari should be given time to go and analyze the results. Ladies and gentlemen, may the
families, so that we can also come in your families and celebrate PhDs. May God bless all of you. Solidarity.
Allow me to prelude by saying that this family has been a big inspiration to us. I met Professor Kudur when he had just left South Africa, and he basically inducted me into being a good mathematician. And from then on, because I'm as sharp as he is, he inspired me. He talked blessings into my life and the life of my family. Hello. Yes, so we are here to join together with you, Prof. and Daktari. I'm one of the luckiest sons of Prof. I believe I was his first PhD student. And I'm going to be a professor soon like him, this year or next year. It's because he packed in us good virtues. And the first time that we interacted with Celine is when I was among the men who were walking along with Prof during the wedding. That shows you that we have an amazing bond with Prof, and there's nothing that he can do without telling me. So we are here to say that we appreciate, that is number one, but also to show gratitude. We want to tell you that we are very happy for the steps that you have taken, and we know very well that you know, you're not going to stay. Principal, be warned.
Okay, I'm happy to be with the Prof and the Daktari. I know Daktari, I knew Prof when he was still in Maseno doing masters. I think he was ahead of me with, I think, 1 year. And by then, Daktari was also doing undergraduate. So, since then, we've been friends. The way Daktari has said, during our wedding, I was with you. Can't remember. Yeah.
My name is Dr. Lilian Muma from University of Kabianga. I work very closely with the professor here, and we are here to celebrate Professor Celine Kudur.
Anyinga Tobias Omondi Ochanyo. Kora luwe Daktari sani. Wasebedo siepe. Ata ine pani dipe igni praria. No wadak Maseno. Takani wadonje Maseno. Daktari emano wakwa ejumia wano nilu wani Blessed Mother Teresa. Sani St. Teresa of Calcutta. Koro wase uotoka mano. Nyaka sani magik matimore kuonde te kata kane babo nindo nabiro kagonya apani nadonjo sega kanyo matin tabaro bada chich ng'ama nyalo paro en anti maduong' manowuoyo cha nanene chieng'no be nowuoyo maber. Koro wasebedo wachung'e to koro wan kaka nowacho na asechung'ne kijende ariyo ka Igi to Gilbert Viali na chungnegi kaka gin my sons. Kane giyudo first Holy Communion ne wantie higa mokalo nyaka kod asio, koro wasebet kodgi nyaka sani kama nyocha nitie to noorna wachon koro wachopo. Koro madam to nyinge Rosemary Akinyi enya oyugi sembo nyamosuma.
Kwa Mkristo, na Rosemary Akinyi Omondi, naduko erakamano, nisedi doctor, kumulungu mondo wa celebrate PhD mare. Kura anan giwe achiel, kura daktari omiya jiwe ariyo. Dok mano ber? Duko erakamano.
I'm called Doreen Alwanya. Morris is my son. Celine is also my son. Morris joined my daughter. Morris joined Maseno in 2028. I was already working in Maseno. journeyed with him as an undergraduate student, master's, then PhD, and we worked with him. Celine is also my baby. I always call her my baby because I saw her when she joined first year up to now. But she's a good girl. I told her Nyugenya Kagonya, a very good lady and loyal. Be a loyal girl. Be a loyal mother.
So I understand what Professor JC has gone through. And you know, I was telling Dr. here that the reason why I'm celebrating you more is not just because you earned your PhD. It's because you earned it through a very, very difficult pathway. You are a wife, taking care of your children. You are taking care of your husband. You are a wife, taking care of your husband. You are a mother, taking care of your children. You are a teacher, taking care of your students. You are a student doing research, and you have no study from TSC. You end up with a PhD. It is not easy. I remember she used to travel to places. We came to know a place called Oyani, Anupe, to collect samples, or rather to plant the bamboo, the bambara, groundnut. You must say, little of Mokabesa, Mayaka Unge, or some more, the middle of Manubandi. Eh? Ugebandi? The Bambara groundnut. Bambara no, the sobe inside out. We don't check up. Bambara can go you grow use of Gagona, the Ruchaba Chamu Bandi, the Chamba Bandi. Chamu Bandi. One day is very nutritious. Professor, talk about your student.
I greet you in the name of Jesus. I'm also yeah. We just digressed, saying I don't know Celine was doing PhD when she was an adult, because she didn't have PhD. What Owino meant is that Celine earned her PhD through a very difficult professor. That's what he meant. But he was just now cementing it, saying I don't know their family problems and all that kind of thing. Yes, I'm difficult. And one of my former students there, Daniel Usieko, will also tell you that Usieko started the PhD and then started telling me that I want him to do work for me. We disagreed. And I told him, you will come back. And honestly, he came back. If he had the time to tell you, he will tell you, and we sent him to Germany, where he earned his PhD. So, I may be difficult, but very foresighted. These two academicians we are celebrating, I've known Owino for 27 years, and Celine for 26 years. I started teaching Owino in 1998 and Celine in 1999. And I've walked a long journey with Celine. I taught her as undergraduate. She earned her bachelor's degree. Then I worked with her for her master's. She earned her MSc. And I've guided her through the PhD. And now we are celebrating the PhD. Celine is a hard-working lady. And that's why those things Owino is talking about, I don't want to hear about it. There's nothing difficult. Because a lady, you are not satisfied when you are not married. A few of them pretend that they are satisfied, but they are not. The other thing is that you are married but you don't have children. I can assure you, there is no lady who will be satisfied and say that I'm happily married without procreating. So those are part of the things. And Celine, whether she's doing PhD, I hope she was cooking for Owino well.
and you can see how Wino is. So those are the duties in marriage. And a husband has both the roles he is supposed to play. Don't just come to the house and say that I want food, and you need to provide for that food. You think that food is coming from where? So you must provide for the food, you must provide for your family, and you must do the needful. As I was supervising Celine, I kept on also calling Owino that Celine needs money to go to Yani. Can you provide that money? So apart from the research funds which we had, Owino also helped in that process. Koro gimatemo wacho ne jo Sifuye, Kamloa, Kagonya, and Kamloam. Those are the areas in Ugenya which I've heard people mentioning here. Gima wuora ahinya ne agwenge in Ugenya kabisa. Nikech wuon Celine nokelo nya Ugenya. Owino ni be ja Ugenya. Celine be nya Ugenya. Koro miyo uheru. Tawinyo ni jabero pima bo donge. Koro mano ema timre. But I would like to encourage Jakanu moro moloso kacha mawuoni Owino. Temuru jiwo kata jok ma osipuwe dala oter nyithindo e skul. Nyithindo tere skul ma ok idewo ni en moro nyako moro wuoyi. Gin duto kama wi ng'ato tere ng'ato ema ichope. Jomoko manopuonjo nyiri kende samoro winjo maber mohingo kata yawuoyi ma gin go. Nikech nyiri go ema koro konyogi mohingo kata yawuoyi. Koro kik discriminate kuom nyithindo. Nyathi ka nyathi nigi talent mare. To kasewacho mano, daher nyiso the union person, the head teacher of Esab. Is it Esab? Esaba. You know, I want you to help the Ministry of Education. CBC is not a bad program. I've been to Germany. They are doing CBC. I've worked in UK. They are doing CBC. I've worked in Japan. They are doing CBC. I've worked in US. They are doing CBC. So the program is not bad, but it is the implementation. So, as you say solidarity forever, remember that you are a teacher. Solidarity, you are just asking for your remuneration. But as a teacher, you are supposed to nurture the students you are teaching. Okay? And education continues. There's nowhere where you can say that you have stopped education. If your teachers are not trying to learn what CBC is or CBE is all about, don't blame the government, because you are the implementers. And I've never seen even your union officials telling government that this is the way we want to implement this program. It is just the complaint. One of the American presidents said that the only thing you are supposed to fear is fear itself. So let's help the government to implement, and we can only do it when we also learn about the program and challenge the government that this is the way we want it to run. Yeah. Remember, 2 weeks ago, the lecturers were on strike, and we are fighting about 7.9 billion. The government came up with a figure of 624 million, and we had to convince them what we are talking about. 7.9 billion is the figure. After wasting 1 month, they came to that figure because we knew what we are talking about. So, as OPEC representative, I want to challenge you. Come up with the challenges to the government. As we say, solidarity forever, but we also provide a pathway where we can go. So my message to you is that don't blame the CBC. It is the implementation. And if it is the implementation, the teachers are the key people, because you are the guys at the grassroots. The government is at the apex. If the information is not moving from grassroots to the apex, there's no way the apex can improve the system. So let's work together and improve the system. The students, the difficult students you get in schools, they don't just develop being difficult in school. That difficulty started at home. It is the parents who messed up those children because they didn't teach them the way they should grow. And that's why the Bible says that teach a child the way you want him to behave, and he or she will not depart away from that. So, as I'm ending, I would just like to congratulate Celine for her achievement. And in academia, this is just the beginning. When you come to us now, you want something else. We know that you have your PhD, but we'll be asking you questions. Some of them you will not be able to answer, and that will determine your future. So you have to implement what you learned. I was told that you tell the audience a lot about Bambara groundnuts when you will be talking, but tell them things which are implementable, because we have done the work. We know the accessions which are there. We know the ones which can do well where and do well where. The audience we have here, some of them are farmers. If they can live here with a better way of planting their, cultivating their Bambara groundnuts, I'll be very happy. But if they get, don't just come here and start talking about the jargons you went through when you were doing your protein analysis and saying that, I don't know, the gene loci was moving here. Nobody will listen to that. Tell us if you want to plant Bambara groundnuts in Siaya or in Busia. This is how you are supposed to do it, and you will get a good harvest. With a good harvest, it means that the farmer is not having the money in the pocket, and you are having your academic qualifications, but those qualifications are relevant to the people you are dealing with. It improves our livelihood and improves our economy. Those are the things I would like you to expound on when you will be talking and telling this audience what you went through. But in doing PhD, it's also very easy. The difficulty is just to make sure that the student is thinking. Just like Professor Wino said, if you're supervising a student who is always ahead of you, then why should you sit there as a professor that you're supervising? Because it means that you are the one listening from the student. So you must be ahead of the students, and you must.
Za upili chama cha walimu cha KUPPET, chairman wetu alikuwa ameongea, sitasema mengi, ni kuambia tu daktari congratulations.
So next to me is Naftali Obiero, our chairman, then Madam Joy Okech. My name is Dixon Ojenda. I will ask Madam Pamela to make a remark.
God is good.
All the time.
And all the time. I'm Pamela Obiero. Actually, I interacted more with Professor Oduor, but Celine was briefly employed at Dr. Logumbi as a teacher of chemistry because I went for maternity leave. So she came to visit me when I was on leave.
I happened to have gone for hii masomo ya Gumbaro. I'm a mathematics chemistry teacher. So that is where I met Professor. He was teaching me calculus. We were only 3 students in that class. The day he started teaching me, I got discouraged. I said, why should I bother? Already I have employment. I'm employed by TSC. I've been promoted so many times. And this young man is now harassing me with a lot of maths. He could write very, very fast on the whiteboard. And before I write anything, he has deleted. So he says, the oldest teacher, the oldest student, have you written anything? So I was asking, how am I going to handle this exam? The 3 of us, when we were doing exam in Moi University, that time he was a doctor, he could spread us, the 3 of us, Pamela, sit there, Calvin the other side, and you this here. And then he stands there for 3 hours. He doesn't move. Anawangalia tu hivi. So one student stood, a joke. He went to the toilet. He stayed there for long. And then I was looking at him. Are you not going to drink a lot of soup? So what did I learn? I could copy his notes. I could go to the library so that when he stands directly on top of my table, I write everything. He made me love maths so much. We were there for 4 years. So one time he asked me, Madam, where do you teach? I told him, I teach at Dr. Logumbi. My wife was there one time. Who was that? Madam Celine. I told him, you see, he replaced me. Celine, you have a very good husband. He's very bright. He only came to Moi to teach, not to look for the young girls who could hide in Kenya. You could not look at him in a way, will you help me so that we meet somewhere outside? No, not with him. Thank you so much. You made me love maths. And Celine is my friend. Congratulations, Celine.
Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, as you've heard, my name is Robina Owino, and I come from Game Yala. And as Celine has said, we were admitted to Alliance Girls High School in 1994. We cleared in 1997, and somehow we lost touch. But by the grace of God, we bumped into each other a few months recently at a destination, a place around Kisumu, and we caught up a bit, and she invited me for this occasion, and I couldn't miss for a dime. First of all, I thank God for you, Celine. I thank God for the far you have gone. You have challenged me. I'm still in the pipeline of stubborn professors and stubborn doctors, but I know, as we always taught at Alliance Girls High School, there's no excuse in life. There's no platform that you'll be given to say, I did not do this because of this. And that goes to all of us. Katika maisha, hakuna mahali utapewa nafasi ati useme kwa nini hukufanya. The only thing people want to listen to is why I did, or what hurdle I overcame. And so by God's grace, I'll get there. So at the moment, by the grace of God, I serve as an Assistant Director, Immigration Services. I'm based at the Busia Border Post. And welcome all of you for services at our department.
She's a Catholic, and we pray with her. She is in our small Christian community, Kibuye Parish. Before I go on, I want to call some 2 Jumuiya members who we are happy and we are privileged to be here today.
Celine, through Dr. George Oluoch, Maketi pale. Tumekuwa na Dr. George Oluoch pale Pan African University, where I work as a lab technician. So that is how I came to learn about Dr. Celine. Coincidentally, I was surprised also this morning when I came here nikapata bwana ya Selin, Professor Morris Oduor was my dean of school when I was doing my undergraduate at University of Kabianga. Nikajua kumbe binadamu wanapata. I didn't expect. All along I've been knowing Selin, although hatukuwa tumepatana na Selin, we were meeting for the first time. Tulipatana through George, but I was meeting her today. Na zaidi ya hiyo napata my former lecturer at the University of Kabianga. So Selin, I'm very proud of you. You are a great inspiration to women, and especially those who are married, because striking that balance between family, work, and all that is not very easy. So you're a great inspiration to all of us. I really wish you all the best.
I'm surprised that you come from Gagonia. That is where I schooled. And that is in 2000. I finished there in undergraduate. Not undergraduate, but high school, when it was still very small. So that's where I came from, and then went to Maseno. Professor JC was my lecturer. And of course, Dr. Selin, when we started, I think she already started slightly earlier, her PhD. Then we met in 2018, when I was also starting my PhD at Maseno. So, in fact, we presented our proposal same time. And then later on I left, got a scholarship from African Union. So I went and did my PhD elsewhere. So for me, I was a bit lucky because I got a study leave for 3 years, so I was able to finish within 3 years. So when we used to really encourage one another, PhD journey is not easy. We are almost in the same field. I did my PhD in molecular biology and biotechnology, and she was doing also related stuff. So we used to discuss a lot. You need to have friends that when you are stuck, you can talk to and encourage one another so that you can be able to move from one point to another. So we used to encourage one another a lot. So when I completed mine in 2022, she was still struggling with a few components of her research. So that is where we also, in fact, we talked a lot, and I was able to guide her on how she could do that, a bit of it that was remaining, because in the lab that we have is highly advanced. We have a lot of facilities that I don't think if there's any other university that has that, because African Union has really invested a lot of infrastructure in the Pan-African University. So that is how she was able to do that bit of protein analysis that was a bit technical. And I just want to encourage all of us that are here, let us always keep in touch and encourage one another and push ourselves when we get stuck. So she really insisted that I must be here, and even though I was very busy yesterday, I was in the office up to around 8, I was really wondering, how will I manage to reach Kisumu today? But I encouraged myself that I must be here. And I'm happy and encouraged. I'm so happy for you that finally, you have completed. May God bless you and see you through in the next day. Thank you.
Yes, my name is Dr. Usieko from Migori. Congratulations, Selin, for achieving your standard at the moment, which is a PhD. I heard people say here that getting a PhD is not very easy. And I'm a testament that indeed it's not very easy. You heard what the good professor said about getting a PhD. Usually we say that a PhD is a journey that has got twists, turns, and dead ends. And the period of time I've known Dr. Selin, which is about 10 years plus. I remember when I was doing my master's, she also joined towards the tail end of my master's. She was beginning. And then when I started my PhD, she was still doing her master's. And the good professor here gave me an office, even though I was not employed in Maseno. And I came to learn that Celine also worked in that office. She did her research work in the same office. And then there is another friend of mine who also did his research work in the same office. So the three of us, one called Joseph, Celine, and I, we nicknamed that office a blessed office, because everybody who has worked in that office in one way or another has managed to get a PhD. Normally when you're doing statistical analysis, at one point you have to interrogate the owner of the data. Ask the person, do you really understand what this pattern is all about? If the person cannot explain to you what the data is all about, then you know that the person does not understand whatever they are doing. But for Celine, I want to say that she really understood what she was doing. And I want to say also, just like Professor Nyango of the School of Graduate Studies said, that her results were very impressive. So I want to say congratulations once again, and I wish you all the best in your endeavor.
For being here today to share this special moment with me. Thank you for taking time off your busy schedules to join my family in celebrating this great academic milestone. Friends and relatives and all who are congregated here, I want to tell you that completing PhD has been one of the most challenging as well as rewarding journeys of my life. And standing here this afternoon fills me with a lot of pride, gratitude, and relief. This achievement did not come easily, as you've heard those who have walked the journey reiterate. It has taken hard work, resilience, and many sleepless nights. Let me tell you a small story. In my entire life, I knew people only transnight in funerals, people only transnight in parties. It never occurred to me that you can transnight. Sit from 8 p.m. in the evening until dawn the following, you are just behind a laptop. Until I even came to realize that around midnight, there are planes that I think they move from the southern part of Africa, I think towards Dubai. And at dawn, as a mother, you have to get up, prepare the kids to go to school, prepare yourself to go to school. And you know, I teach about 38 kilometers from Kisumu. You reach school and you have to behave normally. In front of your students, you have to deliver. All the duties assigned to you by your bosses, you have to deliver. I want to tell my colleagues at Esaba, today I want you to understand why some of you rarely see me walking around in school. Because sometimes I've transnited. I also am the HOD science. I have to do all appertains as the head of science. I have to do all that appertains as a class teacher, because I was a class teacher for the last 4 years. I have to do all appertains as a teacher of biology and chemistry. So hata hiyo nguvu tu ya kutembea. In fact, many principals, Madam Fiona, those who are ahead before you, they used to imagine that I was a chronic absentee. Only until they come to the lab where I sit and they find me there and they're like, so madam, you are in school. Colleagues, I want to believe this afternoon you understand why everything happened the way it did. But in all those moments, I learned the true meaning of perseverance. That in life, when you want success, you must persevere. As my friend Robina has told you, Mrs. Karanja, the long-serving principal of Alliance Girls, used to tell us, students, there will never be any platform in life to give excuses. And I want to reiterate what Robina has said, and to everybody here, nobody in life will give you a platform to stand up and give excuses. It is either you are right or you are wrong. It is either you are performing or you are a non-performer. No excuse that unajua sikumaliza hii PhD kwa sababu mamangu alikuwa mgonjwa, kwa sababu babangu alitekwa nyara, kwa sababu what? As I stand here, I want to sincerely thank all of you, my family, both nuclear and extended, from Sifuyo and from Sega, for their unwavering support. You were patient when I disappeared behind books and laptops, and even when I missed events, and when stress made me quieter than usual. There are times my relatives from both sides would say, hey, telling Nadia, let me tell you colleagues, PhD is not a walk in the park. The supervisor will show you the direction. Following it is your business. To the extent that sometimes, even just picking that telephone to call, you just feel, umechoka. But today I'm happy. We are celebrating everything. So I want to thank all of you most sincerely. And as my professor, Professor John Collins, said, I should enlighten you, I should sensitize you a bit. We are here today celebrating a PhD. But how will the PhD you are celebrating today impact on your life tomorrow? It is not just PhD. I did PhD in botany, taxonomy and economic botany. And to be precise, I did research in Bambara groundnuts. Bambara kwa lugha ya kawaida ni mbande or chimbandi. It is one of the neglected crops. So when I talk about neglected, in fact, I've been conversing with friends, and when you tell them mbande, they're like, I don't know the plant. Of course, that means that the plant is disappearing. It may soon become extinct if something is not done. But in my line of PhD, I was studying it within the Lake Victoria Basin. And as you heard, my longtime friend, Professor Duor, say, I planted it in various zones within the Lake Victoria Basin. That is Alupe in Busia, Kibosi in Kisumu, Oyani in Migori. And it was not so smooth, but I did collected the data. So I just want to sensitize you that Bambara is one of the crop plants that we should all embrace. Let us not leave Bambara to disappear, especially in this era of erratic weather patterns, especially in this era when you cannot predict whether mvua itanyesha kesho ama kesho kutwa. Bambara is a hardy crop that we should plant to alleviate food security issues, not only in Kenya, but also beyond. So during my study, I was actually identifying, we call them accessions, that is the various type of genotypes present in this crop. Which one is best suited to be grown around Siaya, Busia, Kakamega? Which one is best suited to be grown around Kisumu, Homa Bay? Which one is best suited to be grown around Migori, Kisii area? Because the main major problem we have with farmers is that we simply recycle the germplasm. We simply regrow what we have in our possession. And we don't really care whether it is doing well in our area or not. So you find somebody in Migori is planting a germplasm which is actually which can do better in Busia. And someone in Busia is busy planting a germplasm which can do better in seeds. sorry. I could be using terms which are not well conversant with all of us. Okay, seeds. Yani ngatopidho mbande monego bed ntimo maber Homa Bay and opidhe Siaya. Kori end up ni onge gima lich miyudo, not because ni piny rach kita low rach, en nikech iniwoni pidho giki nono. So ne I identify kothe mabeyo mag mbande minyalo pidho Busia, Kakamega area, kodhi maber ma mbande minyalo pidho maber Kisumu Siaya area, kodhi maber ma mbande minyalo pidho Kisii, Homa Bay, Migori area. Koro kuom jok mohero farming kababa nano. Kidwaro tukura kiti aketa piny maber twaloso tangisi kodhi monegi pidh kako negi pidhe mondi yud harvest maber ius moko yud pesa to wadongre, so that we don't keep on complaining we are poor, President Ruto is not doing much. No, the president cannot remove you from a cave and do for you everything. You must make a bold step and do some of these things on your own. So that is about what I did. I hope now when you will be sherekearing, you will know why you are eating. Sindio? Au namna gani? Friends, family, colleagues, relatives, kila mtu mwenye ako hapa. Indeed, it would be bad if I sit without acknowledging certain groups of individuals who have enabled me in one way or another, directly or indirectly, in achieving this great academic milestone. And I want to begin by thanking my mother. Today, I am not thanking Nyaka Mluang because she gave birth to me. No, that is her biological role. Today, I'm thanking my mother because of her immense contribution towards my PhD study problem. In fact, without fear of contradiction, I started this afternoon to say that my PhD study problem was actually given to me by my own mother. When I was growing up, my mother used to encourage us to go to the garden. But there were some observations I used to make, though I never asked her. Ata wa leo sijawahi muuliza. I could see my mother planting what we call conventional plants on large chunks of land. Maize, American groundnuts, cowpea. But then she would always leave a small area at the corner of the garden to plant mbande. I got disturbed as a child. And as my auntie told you, I was always a quiet student, always keen and quite observant. So I used to ask myself, why is it that Mama plants cowpea on large chunks of land? Why is it that she plants maize and what have you on large chunks, but only leaves small sections for mbande? Yet when this mbande is harvested, the seeds are far much bigger than the cowpea. The seeds are far much bigger than the groundnuts. And even in terms of taste preference, the taste of bambara is far much better than that of those other legumes. So it tormented me. So I continued with my education, finished my O-levels, went and did my bachelor's, did my master's. But at PhD, I told myself, I must resolve the problem that I saw as a child. And that is why we are congregated here this afternoon to celebrate this PhD. So Mama, she's not here with us because she's unwell, but I salute her. May God grant her long life and good health. The second group of people I want to salute are the teachers of biology at Esaba Secondary School, Mr. Nyata and Mr. Kushindi. Colleagues, these two teachers are great teachers. As I've already said, PhD is not a walk in the park. And there are times I was to meet deadlines. There are times I was worked and stressed up. But these two teachers stepped and bridged the gaps that otherwise would have existed in our department. And they did it unconditionally. They were not like, Madam, you are not ABCD, so EFGH, apana. They just looked at my face. Now, Mama, we have to move in and assist. So, Mr. Kushindi and Mr. Nyata, I'm very grateful.
Actually, nikishamaliza high school, nilikaa nyumbani miaka mitano nikikosa school fees ya kwenda shuleni. So, wakati nilipata school fees kurudi shuleni, in my first year, nilimpata Maseno alikuwa anatufunza course. That was Introductory Plant Systematics. And it was a tough course. So, having stayed out of books for 5 years, nilikuwa na pressure sana. Nikaenda class for around 3 lectures. Na hakuna kitu was part of your class. I almost gave up. Nibadilishe course, niwache kusoma biology because of that unit. Madam tulikuwa tunakutana na ama neighbor of Saba Secondary School. So tulikuwa tunakutana naye asubuhi jioni, akikuja Saba mimi naenda Maseno kwa mguu. So nilikuwa namuona najificha kidogo because of the toughness of the course. Na pia yeye mwenyewe alikuwa mkali kidogo, so nilikuwa namuogopa. So with the time tulikuja hiyo course, wakati nilikuja nikafanya cut yake, I scored a 25 in the cut, 25 out of 30. Na hapo nikajiamini nitamaliza hii course sasa. Kufika third year nilikosa school fees tena. Not third year, it was in fourth year. My final year exams. Nimesoma the whole course na nimekosa school fees ya kufanya mtihani. Madam alikuwa anakuja department. Tunakaa naye kwa ofisi peke yetu wawili. Alikuwa anakuja kwa department na anipata nimekaa. Nimejihurumia tu. Ananiuliza ni nini? Nikamueleza my situation. Madam carried 10,000 shillings. Huyu alibeba shilingi 10,000 akanipa, nikaongezea kwa karo na nikalipa. I was on self sponsored program, so nilikuwa napata shida sana school fees. Madam, I'm really grateful. Congratulations.
So I want to celebrate and recognize my father-in-law, Mr. Joseph Oduor. Why am I recognizing my father-in-law? You know, colleagues, there are things that one can do unconsciously, but you don't know the great impact it is having on the recipient. So when I was doing my PhD, anytime I would go to Sifuyo, my father-in-law would always ask, Sobo Denadi, Itioko Somo Karang. I remember in the year 2022, July, we were there, and when I was just leaving, coming back to Kisumu, he asked me, Nyasega, niwega somo. I was tongue-tied because I didn't know which answer to give Baba. Because things were not moving the way I expected. I was hitting dead ends. Then I told him, Baba, nawe somo. But as I was coming back to Kisumu, I told myself, no, I have to strive to finish PhD, to make my father-in-law proud. So I thank him for motivating me through his regular prompts, and that is why we are here. I also want to thank most sincerely my supervisors, Professor John Collins Onyango and Professor David Miruka in absentia. This great professor, as you heard him mention, taught me in undergraduates, held my hands and was my first supervisor during my master's, and was also my first supervisor in PhD. What I have learned, Prof, from you is patience. that for sure patience is a virtue. It has taken me quite a while to complete my PhD, but you believed in me. You never gave up. I remember the times I would go underground for several months, and then when I wake up, I call you, Prof. ABCD. You were never rude. You were never harsh. You just answer calmly. So I have learned. As you now release me into the world of academia, I pray that I'll also be patient with my students. It is not easy, but I will try. And lastly, I want to thank, and before thanking, recognize and acknowledge the role that this great gentleman, the co-host, my spouse, my longtime friend since our undergraduate studies, Professor Morris, I'm very grateful. You've been a source of inspiration to me. In fact, one of my key motivating factors has been his hard work. Sleep before one. Halali. Thank you for the moral support, the social support, the financial support, and support in all other spheres, and all that has contributed immensely to this PhD. So friends, colleagues, families, kila mtu, I'm very humbled. The Kupel house, I'm happy. You know, it is an honor to have all of you here. Mr. Kulali, umenibia inaitwa nini? Mbio. You didn't inform me prior that they will be coming over. But most welcomed. So otherwise, thank you. God bless you. And allow me now to hand over the microphone.
We have enough food for you. Enough. All of you will eat. So I'll not talk, because those who are meant to talk have talked. I had welcomed you to my home, this small home of mine. The chief guest has praised me as a good husband. I've provided everything. So I'm very, very happy. I'm always jumping. Pamela there has acknowledged me as a very good lecturer, very patient with the students. Yeah. Dr. has praised me as a very good lecturer. I've mentored him, soon becoming a professor like me. So what else should I say? My in-laws have praised me. I've been patient with their daughter. My parents have praised me as a gentleman. My siblings have done the same. All the guests here are proud of me. What should I say? I don't want to spoil the party. Let me not spoil the party. So let me end there. I want to thank you so much for coming. I want to recognize my neighbors. My neighbors are here. Madam is here, my immediate neighbor. I have Daktari there. Yeah. I have Jasembo with me. Daktari has left. Betty, we were in Maseno together. Karibu sana Betty. Yeah, Betty works in one of the DV's offices in Maseno. Yeah. So thank you, Betty. And all our friends. Asanteni. Thank you for coming. Let this not be the last time you are visiting this place. Please, right? Come so that we can continue interacting. You know, my role as a professor is to mentor people. I just need to talk to you. Just talk to you. Please, I may not recognize all your faces out there. If you recognize my face, stop me so that we interact, right? Yes, that is my role. So, I know you are celebrating the PhD. What I can conclude with is this. PhD should make you fit in society. You know, it is an academic qualification. Perfect. You have a degree. The third one, for that matter. But then, it should now propel you to interact with other people. Interpersonal skills, right? This could be missing in quite a number of PhD holders. That is why you may meet a professor or a doctor, But the way he's talking or she's talking, you tend to doubt whether that person really went to school. Interpersonal relations. So PhD should make people admire you. People should learn from you. You should be a role model. You get me? That is a free lecture. You are not going to pay me for that. I'm going to feed all of you. So asanteni sana. Please continue coming. Continue interacting with our family. You know, in this family, I'm the only one who did not attend a national school. I went to a provincial school. My wife went to Alliance Girls. You know, when I was in high school, when I was in primary school, I really decided to join Alliance Boys High School. That was my dream school. But because I missed Alliance Boys High School, when I went to the university, I looked for a lady who went to Alliance Girls High School. So I went to Alliance. I achieved my objective. Yes, because I decided to marry a lady who went to Alliance Girls High School. So I went to Alliance. Our firstborn daughter went to Moi Girls Eldoret. She's taking nursing in Daystar. That is Joy Natalia. The follower is a candidate. That's why she's not here. And the other young one. So, I want to thank the Almighty God for bringing us this far. And I want to pray for your families. Let us engage. Let us learn from each other. Let us unite. And let us build Kenya and the whole world.
Sasa ni saa ya kukata keki, tukisherekea, tunaanza tukikata polepole, wanakata keki tukifurahia. Hebu tuonje hiyo keki tusikie kama ni mzuri, lakini si ati unaonja. Mr. Morris, naomba umuonjeshe. Tupigeni vigelegele tufurahie jamani. Tupige picha weka Insta, kuna sipa vile koko repete, wewe mwenye kabla. Happy birthday to you.
Pita na huko nyuma.
Kwanza mimi ndio